Who's voting Democrat?
Probably about 80 million people.
Right.
Ain't nobody voting for Kamala Harris.
Watch.
What?
right.
By the way, I don't know.
It's
You're
been so
tripping.
funny to
Alright.
see everybody jump on the Kamala train immediately. Like, it was unanimously accepted that she was kind of boring, weird, and goofy for fucking, the last, 4 years? Maybe even before that. She got lobotomized by Tulsi Gabbard in the debate. Everybody said the
one bad
exact
bar,
thing.
one bad bar.
Like, there's a million different things. Everybody was talking about her actual record, the fact that she's keeping these people in jail with the drug.
Not true, though.
But whatever, that was still the conversation.
That was the narrative. I got
the
you, I got
narrative,
you.
like, and then as second she becomes the nominee, everything was forgotten, immediate amnesia. You always talk about how like Republicans get in line. Democrats get in line, bro.
But that-
just yes. So
But-
who should I follow? Yes,
listen,
yes.
that is- but
Whatever
that-
you
but-
say, Daddy.
But that's
whatever
why.
you
But
say.
that's why it was good for President Biden to step down.
Right.
Because he was causing disarray.
Yeah.
When there didn't need to be no disarray. Nobody wanted to follow you. You
Yeah.
need a leader that people want to follow.
So what are you following in Kamala? What do you see in her that you like?
Well, I supported Kamala since 2020, and I can point to three things that I like. I can point to the fact that I love, her mental health advocacy, and she's put her money where her mouth is since she's been vice president. I've been gave her props for that. Even though I do
What did
not
she do? What did she do? I don't know.
$285 million to mental health initiatives to increase the number of mental health professionals, right? I think that they marketed it terrible. Nobody even fucking knew unless
didn't know.
you follow her and unless you are in the mental health space. I love her stance on small businesses. She has absolutely positively helped not just small businesses around the country, but in particular small black businesses with her economic empowerment plans. Those are things that I've always liked about her. Those are things that I actually supported her on. Her black maternal health thing. I'm a father of four. I've watched my wife go through, extremely hard births. I've seen doctors firsthand. Well, we don't have no epidural. She could just deliver it. Like, what the fuck? And I got money.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Right? And I've seen that happen to her. So those are three things that I can point to in particular where I could be like, all right, regardless of, how you may feel about her, the individual, these are the issues that I can rock with. Right? And she's the type person that I don't have a problem saying, okay, yeah, I'm gonna vote for her. I'm gonna vote for her. I didn't even want to say that about Joe Biden. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I didn't even want to say that.
So you're saying she's an upgrade to Joe Biden?
100%.
I just don't know
Easy
anything
upgrade.
about her. Like, I just haven't heard anything about her. I don't know what she's good at. I don't know what she believes in. She just seems like a cog in the Democratic machine. And let me clarify.
What's wrong with that?
There are cogs in the Republican machine.
Yeah.
But to me, it's just another, if I don't exactly, if I want to know what I'm voting for, and I'm going to vote for a person and a human being, then I want to know what their specific beliefs are. And now she's going to have time to express those.
And I will say I'm a little too close to the situation because, back in 2016, when I was like, yo, who's next? Like, who's going to be that person in the future that people are going to rally around, yada, yada, yada. She was a senator then, and that's like, I just, didn't just come across her, of course, just doing research. And I'm like, okay. So I started watching her in Senate hearings and, how she would be getting at him. I'm like, oh, okay. I like her energy. So we invited her on Breakfast Club. She came to Breakfast Club in 2000. Her first Breakfast Club interview, I believe, was 2017 when she was a senator. And I thought she was cool then, like just having a conversation, just vibing. And, when she decided to run for president, I was on the campaign trail with her. I was in Brooklyn, Somerville, South Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. Like I was out there with her. Like I've had conversations with her. I've had, conversations with her sister Maya. Maya used to work on Hillary's campaign. That's why I met Maya. I didn't even know Maya and Kamala was related. I remember when Maya came there with Kamala, I was like, oh, you working with Kamala Harris now? And she was like, that's my sister. And I was like, oh, Harris. I didn't even put two and two together.
Yeah.
So my point is, I have, spent a time with her on air and off air. So I do know where her heart is, and I do know where she was limited over the last 4 years. Now, is it frustrating for me? Absolutely. Because when you see it, when you know a person and you know where their heart is and you know what they want to do, but you see the handcuffs put on them, and when you're with them, they're one way, but then in front of the camera, they turn into super politician. And I'm like, you don't have to. No, you don't have to be that.
Be
like,
yourself.
The language of politics is dead.
Dead.
Trump killed it. Give him credit for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So being that we know the language of politics is dead, what I'm hoping over the next 103 days or whatever it is, we really truly get to see her. And I've seen glimpses of it this week in the speeches that she's been giving.
Now, I will say this. From the people that I've spoken to that have interacted face-to-face with Kamala, they find her very charming.
She is.
When you're a public figure, it's very easy to create narratives around you. Like I've seen all this stuff that they do with I mean, she probably has like hundreds of hours of footage of her giving speeches. It's very easy to just create these narratives that make her look bad.
Absolutely.
Like she says unburdened in all her speeches. It's like you could do the exact same thing with Barack Obama. You could do the exact same thing with Trump. You could do the exact same thing with whatever you want.
With us.
With us. You can place whatever narrative you want out there with clever editing and enough footage. So I don't immediately just believe in these things. I still need for her to convince me that she's worthy of running this country.
I'm with you. I'm not listen, but that's the whole point.
I know Trump
I'm with
is.
you. That's the whole. That's the whole point of campaigning.
But I need her to convince me.
That's the whole point of campaigning. So, like, you're absolutely right. She got to go out there and earn people's votes.
And the way that she can do that is not only charming the people, because that is very effective, obviously, but like, tell us what you want to do. Tell us what you believe in and tell us what you're going to execute.
Now, and by the way, I'm basing this off an agenda she had in 2020.
Right.
2024, I don't, I still know some of her agenda, but I don't know what her future plans are. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's just going to be interesting. I just want to see her be herself.
Yeah.
If she's herself over the next 103 days, we are in for a good ride.
Now,
because styles make fights, Andrew shows. And this is going to be one of the best we've ever seen. And I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah, tell me.
First of all, I don't like the identity politics of it. Now, I don't care about the woman of color or the woman part, but this is where the woman part comes into play for me. Roe v. Wade has been abolished.
Yeah.
If you're a certain age, there are less constitutional rights available for you than when you were born. I'm 46 years old. So there was more constitutional rights when I was born than now. Roe v. Wade has been abolished. A woman can speak to that better than a man. A woman can speak to, women needing their reproductive rights better than a man. It's going to be hard for Trump to go. They don't even try. They try not to bring abortion up, really, unless they're talking to each other.
He's distancing himself from it.
But she's going to bring it to him.
Yeah, but
right?
that might not work, though, because her bringing it up alienates her from those hardcore conservatives that are completely against abortion.
I think she's willing to take that risk.
No, but they're never going to vote for her anyway. But those people aren't going to not vote for Trump, even if he's more lenient about abortion. They only have one option that's going to speak to the rest of their beliefs, and that's Trump. So I don't think it moves the needle anyway.
But the abortion thing moves the needle on the independents and the undecideds.
What I think it does, I think that the move for Trump is just to support women's rights to choose, because he will gain all the middle ground, he'll gain all the independents, but he won't lose any of the extreme conservatives because they have nobody else to vote for.
But he already fucked that up by championing Roe v. Wade so hard, saying, I did that. I abolished abortion. I abolished women's rights.
Well, now he's going, I didn't do it. I think it should be in the states. The states should have that. Yeah.
I mean,
that's what he was saying.
It's not too late, because the beautiful thing about this era, and I think we talked about this on the podcast before, you can throw a bunch of things out there.
See what sticks.
You know what I'm saying? It's not even about what sticks. I got a soundbite for anything.
Yeah.
Trump supports abortion. Look. Trump's against abortion. Look. Like, there's a soundbite for everything. Yeah. Kamala Harris is against reparations. Look.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris is for reparations. Look. Like, there's literally a soundbite for everything. So it's just about what you go to look for. The other thing, she's a prosecutor. He's a convicted felon.
Yeah.
Now, I don't like the whole.
It's a fun matchup.
Yeah, but I don't like how they're demonizing convicted felons. I'm a fucking convicted felon.
Yeah.
There's plenty of convicted felons in America.
Yeah.
Like, there's plenty of convicted felons who have gone on to do amazing things in this country. Alex is he's an international war criminal. Alex is an international war criminal. Alex got into a fight in another country. You beat up a public official in another country. You're actually an international war criminal.
Let's go.
This is crazy.
I'm surprised we didn't break out into World War after
I'm telling you.
An American law officer.
Yes.
A member of government.
Yes.
A member of American government attacked a public official
Yes.
in a foreign land.
Come on,
That is
bro.
a declaration of war.
That's a declaration of fucking
Sweden.
war.
Pussy ass.
Pussy ass Sweden.
Pussy ass
That's what you get for
Sweden.
remaining neutral, Sweden.
Do you know what I mean? Pussy ass.
Listen, but it is.
Pussy ass.
But the whole thing of him being a criminal and her being a prosecutor, that's a good matchup.
I mean, it's fun for the paper, yeah, for sure.
But it can be fun for her language. She already said the shit she been spitting this week.
Yeah.
Where she breaks down, I take down sexual predators and I take down scammers, and then she's able to list the crimes that he's committed, and she's like, I know your type. God damn. We were just talking about this how styles make fights, and I think this is a good matchup
You think Kamala got it?
because of the fact she's a woman and she can really push the Roe v. Wade being abolished thing. She can really push the women need their reproductive rights. She can really push the prosecutor versus criminal thing. What do you think?
I think when I've seen her at what I think is her best is when she's in a fight, for sure.
Yes. Remember how she snapped at me when I had her on fucking The God's Honest Truth?
Yeah.
When I was pushing her?
Yeah.
Remember how she fucking snapped at me?
I never forgave her for that.
Nah, I love it. Because guess what? That's her.
Well,
That's an off-air conversation on air.
Tell her to bite her fucking tongue next time she talks to you like that.
I don't want you. Yo,
Bite your tongue.
Nah,
next time
Killer
you
Cam,
talk to
don't
my
bite
boy.
your tongue no more.
Killer Cam is
It's
fire.
no
that's
more biting
fire.
your
She
tongue,
needs
Killer
a thing
Cam.
like that. Like if it's Teflon Don, it got to be Killer Cam. She is. That's what I call her.
What you need? Hey, yo, RNC,
Can't fuck 'em
DNC,
up.
we are here for all your comedic needs.
That's what I'm
What do you
saying.
need, yo?
Pay the boys. Pay the boys. We outside.
What do you need?
All right? We already know what time it is.
Man, I hit him with one last week here on Brilliant.
What you
This.
got?
I wish I had did it on
what
Corbett
you
when I
got?
was on Corbett.
What you got?
When I was talking about J.D. Vance
What you
and how J.D. Vance once called Trump Hitler. And I was like, how you go from Hitler to being on stage giving him that hawk tour?
That's a see?
And then I was like, that's what you call a full-throated endorsement.
Oh,
Yeah, that was hard.
Full-throated endorsement.
Right.
Full-throated
fun.
endorsement sounds
Full-throated
crazy.
endorsement is crazy.
How have no rappers not incorporated that word? She gave me a full-throated endorsement. That's fire, man.
is that also what Elon Musk said when he endorsed Trump?
What do you say?
What?
I know he had a term, but was it full-throated?
I got that from the politicians. They say that on cable news
I think he
networks.
said
Yeah,
that.
Full-throated is that is especially when you're saying hawk to it and then you go full-throated.
Full-throated endorsement.
Yeah. But also the what's his face? The Elon endorsement is just because one of his kids is a rainbow. So he's just trying to shut that thing down.
He reneged though. He said at first they said he was giving him $45 million a month. Then he said he's not. He said that yesterday.
Oh,
he was like,
word?
that's cap. That's what Elon said yesterday.
I don't know, but he did come out saying his kid's a rainbow, and that's really the
What
reason
part
why.
of the rainbow? You can't just say rainbow, bro. It's different flavors. What Skittle is it?
Rainbow is trans, bro. That's trans.
No, it's not gay. It's rainbow too.
Nah, gay is gay. Gays are the OGs.